join me in the posting of the colors. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. Before we begin, let us share a moment of silence to remember those classmates who tragically lost their lives over the past 4 years. Thank you. Welcome each and every one of you, and especially the class of 2015, to this highly anticipated day of graduation. My name is Bailey Bates, and it has been a great honor to serve as president of this outstanding class. I want to thank you as classmates for your support, and I congratulate you on your achievements that allowed you to reach this important milestone in your lives. Also, I want to send an enormous thank you to our amazing educators, counselors, sponsors, coaches, families, and friends. You have all given so much of your time and effort to support, inspire, and prepare us for the challenges we will face in our tomorrows. When we walked through the doors of Arlington High School as freshmen on that August day in 2011, or for those of you who joined our class at a later time, we all arrived with mixed emotions. Most of us, I'm sure, were apprehensive about entering a new and much larger school, wondering what our new teachers would be like, concerned about how difficult our class would be, and with who we would develop new friendships. At that time, probably little thought was given to this night of walking across the stage in cap and gown to receive a diploma. After all, we were too tied up in a moment of being lowly freshmen, swimming around in a sea of big fish. But look at us now. Look at where 4 years of extensive learning, setting high goals, living our lives with positive attitudes has brought us, and how we as a class have blended together in spirit, pride, and treasured cult traditions. Over these years, we have all had to endure some hardships, with classwork and tests, learning life lessons that were not in the books, sharing tears of joys with friends, having to make major decisions about where our lives will take us following graduation, and yet also being able to enjoy the fun and excitement of our high school days. Pep rallies, Code Green, athletic events, participation in organizations and service clubs, prom, MGM, and let us not forget an event everyone associated with Arlington High School should take great pride in, and that was Relentless Week. It truly displayed the strong character of what we as Colts are made of. Everyone united together as a family to show their loving support of office aide, Mrs. Cindy Stewart. The true Colt spirit came shining through once again. As we move forward, each of us will take different paths, but the ties that bind us together as a class will remain forever. No matter where our lives take us from this point on, we need to remember we arrived here because of hard work and determination. You have proved to yourself and showed those around you the drive that exists within your inner being. I am confident that each of you will use your steadfast work ethics and mindsets to continue to aspire to new heights. Don't be afraid to put your mark on the world to make a positive difference. Take risk, as you may never know how a speculative venture may turn out. Volunteer to service your community. Make every moment of every day count, because you may never get a second chance. Always remember to be ready, respectful, and responsible. As you walk out through these doors tonight into another chapter of your lives, with a world of new adventures awaiting you, Take the Colt spirit and pride with you to conquer anything you attempt. In the words of Mark Twain, sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover. Congratulations, class of 2015.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ellie Thorne, and I am the class of 2015 Girls Social Chair. Looking back at my 4 years at this amazing school, I am left with nothing but fond memories, as I'm sure we all are. From our first homecomings to school football games, like when we beat Martin, just saying, to performing our senior solos, and even finding our closest friends. I want to take this time to say, no matter your experiences or what you're involved in, we've all accomplished goals, overcome obstacles, and reached new levels of self-knowledge. And for that, every single one of you should be proud. From awkward freshmen to awkward seniors, Arlington High School has provided nothing but support and opportunities to grow, not only as students, but as people. Our priceless high school experiences would not be possible without the encouragement and genuine care from our teachers and faculty. It would also not be possible without the wonderful people behind it all. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge some very important school board members present here tonight. Mr. Bowie Hogg, Mrs. Jamie Solons, Dr. Aaron Reich, Mrs. Polly Walton, Mrs. Kristen Hudson, Mr. John Hibbs, and Mrs. Keisha Mays. The Arlington Independent School District is fortunate enough to be under the direction of Superintendent Dr. Cavazos. Dr. Cavazos holds both a bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Texas Pan American and a doctorate from the University of Texas at Austin. Dr. Cavazos shares a fervent passion for leadership, service, and creating endless opportunities for the students and faculty at AISD. Please assist me in welcoming Dr. Cavazos to the stage.
Thank you so much. And Arlington High School class of 2015, congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause. You have done well. You have already traveled part of your journey. And in that journey, you have acquired some skills that will benefit you as you continue your path of success. You've learned to persevere. You've learned to be determined and focused on improvement and being successful. And you've done that for many years in the Arlington Independent School District, and you refined those wonderful skills at Arlington High School. And you have the support of many, many staff members throughout your educational career. But more importantly, you have the support of all these people here. Your friends, your family, your parents, your loved ones that have joined you here today. So seniors, would you give them a round of applause for all they've done for you? And we know that their support is invaluable. It's invaluable to your continued success. And so as you cross this stage here in a few minutes, and you embark on the next phase of your journey, make sure to remember that as you reach for your goals, as you reach for your successes, that you also reach back. You reach back and help someone meet their goals. Help a brother, a sister, a friend, a neighbor, or be a role model like you are today. We have 64,000 students in our school district. You're a role model to thousands of elementary students, thousands of junior high students, who someday, they look at you and say, someday I'm going to be sitting there graduating from high school. Take that responsibility seriously. You're a role model for many of us, because as much as we like to think that the adults are the ones that impart all this knowledge, you inspire us. You inspire us by what you've accomplished, what you've gone through, and more importantly, what you're going to accomplish in your future. Parents and friends, all of you who were able to come tonight and join these young people in supporting them, thank you. Because without you, they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't have the successes that they have. And they're going to continue to need your encouragement and your support. But we appreciate you for supporting them and our school system, because there's a next generation that's coming. And students, today we know that you depended on us for your education, and tomorrow we're going to depend on you to do great things. So congratulations, and I look forward to celebrating as you come across the stage. Thank you.
It was a little too tall for me. Good evening. My name is Nick Perez, and I'm the senior class boys social chair. It has been my pleasure to go to school with these spectacular students that are graduating with me today, as you can tell from the crowd. I have faith that no matter where 2015 goes, we will succeed in wherever life may choose to take us. While we continue toward our separate journeys, remember these words by Bradley Whitford as you forge ahead. Take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, every puny little thing that you've ever accomplished is a result of taking action. To introduce this next person is an honor. I have known Benjamin since elementary school. His success can be attributed to his energetic, determined, hardworking, and awesome personality. He gives it everything no matter what challenge he may have faced and perseveres through it no matter the cost. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present the salutatorian in the class of 2015, Benjamin Lee.
In the words of Sir Isaac Newton, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Class of 2015, we were on those shoulders 4 years ago, but now we are the giants. Joining the generations before us, we are breaking into the real world, paving the road for the future. On a personal level, I would like to begin by giving my deepest thanks and appreciation to my parents and brother for supporting me in every endeavor I pursue, the orchestra program for helping shape who I am today, my counselor, Miss Susan Hunt, for guiding me through my high school career, and last but not least, Miss Jennifer Young, for setting our class on the path to being true Colts. As freshmen, we are welcomed by the words spirit, pride, and tradition. Over the years, these words began to mean more than just a grouping of words. Spirit became our outward expression, which included decorating spirit halls, going to pep rallies, and wearing Colt t-shirts. Pride became our inward and tangible expression, which is characterized by the smiles that came when someone asked which school we attended. Finally, tradition became something we embraced from previous graduates and something we left behind to impact future generations. This is Arlington High School, and this is who we are. Regardless of where the future brings us, spirit, pride, and tradition will not stop with AHS, but rather continue through our careers and pursuits. We have all come from different places, yet somehow we are all here as graduates of Arlington High School. Today is the knot that ties us together. As graduates of Arlington High, we'll be there for each other. And yes, I'll be there for you. Although I'm just a fellow classmate, I would like to share with you a personal philosophy that has carried me through these past 4 years. Beginning as a naive freshman, I strove to make good grades in every class, simply because it was expected. Throughout the next few years, I began to understand various academic titles, like summa cum laude, and musical achievements, like all-state orchestra. At one point, I began to obsess over these things, and in retrospect, I can honestly say those were the most miserable times of my high school career. During sophomore summer, however, I told myself that my goal should not be to become the best, but rather to do my best. Since then, I developed a more lighthearted personality, and surprisingly, things began to fall into place, including my academic and musical pursuits. I also found my passion for helping others, so I enrolled as a teacher's assistant, where I enjoyed teaching my peers and assisting them in any way possible. The smiles and thank yous I received made everything worth it. From this, I learned that personal gain is important, even essential, but true success comes when one can bring others up with them. With this being said, I believe that as long as we work hard and be kind, amazing things will happen. If we genuinely try our best in everything we do, there will be no room for regrets. When asked how it feels to be graduating, I believe there is no better word that characterizes my feeling than bittersweet. Arlington High has been my safe haven for the past 4 years, and I will miss having my closest friends and teachers just a walk away. On the other hand, if someone were to ask me whether I would like to graduate or stay in high school another year, I would undoubtedly choose to graduate. Although Arlington High will always be our home, there's always a time to leave and move on to bigger horizons. As the sun sets today, so does our high school career. But as the sun rises tomorrow, so does our future. Graduates, colleagues, peers, friends, I leave you with a challenge. In one of the great classrooms of Arlington High School, a poster reads, "Become a citizen of the world." Class of 2015, we are not simply citizens of Arlington, citizens of Texas, or citizens of the United States, but rather, we are citizens of the world. I challenge each person in this room today to succeed in representing Arlington High School as a citizen of the world. Thank you.
To become a valedictorian, you must have a great amount of determination and heart. Vivian embodies both of those. She is admired by the entire student body of Arlington High School. She set a standard for all of us. But outside of school, she participated in academic decathlon, National Honor Society, and UIL. Her dedication to being the best and exceeding her own standard should be a testament to us all. Arlington High School class of 2015, I am pleased to present to you your valedictorian, Vivian Nguyen.
It is truly an honor for me to speak before you all today. I can hardly believe that this 4-year journey is already at its end. Before I begin, I want to express my sincerest gratitude to the teachers and counselors for bestowing upon us your knowledge, humor, and mentorship. Also, a special thank you to all the parents who had to put up with their adolescent shenanigans. None of us would be here were not for you. And finally, thank you to the incredible, diverse group of students with whom I had the opportunity to make lasting memories. The joyousness of this occasion is tempered by our having to bid each other farewell, but good things can't last forever. To my fellow graduates, try to relish this moment, the sharp intake before the plunge. I still distinctly remember entering the front doors of AHS on my very first day, feeling really cool, like the typical delusional freshman. For months, I couldn't shake the tremor of excitement I felt at simply starting high school. As time progressed, my love for Arlington High only grew. When we swayed to the Alma Mater or listened to the resonant chime in the announcements, how sweet it is to be in cold country, I was suddenly hit by the collective pride that the students and teachers share for this school. As I reflected on my years spent here, some fond memories stood out. I remember feeling secretly moved to tears after reading To Kill a Mockingbird in freshman English, getting chills listening to the band blast behind me during football games, congregating into our respective groups during the AHS lip dub as Pharrell's Happy played again and again and got stuck in our brains for weeks afterward. being in total awe of the high caliber of AHS talent after having seen productions like Les Mis and Guys and Dolls. Having sometimes funny, sometimes unusual, oftentimes ridiculous conversations with my friends at that one table in the corner of the cafeteria. All of us have our own vastly different individual stories to tell about high school. Our circles may not have overlapped much, but one thing connects us all together. How we spent our time here formed a part of Arlington High's history, and those countless memories, which coalesced to create who we are today, will stay with us for years to come. And just as we felt at the opening of this chapter, so we feel now at the end. Every second seems saturated with the hopeful anticipation that accompanies an ambiguous future. We are all looking forward without knowing exactly what lies ahead, and in a single word, it is exhilarating. Here we are now, standing before a sharp precipice, about to jump into the unknown, but not without preparation. As Colts, we learn to challenge ourselves academically, athletically, musically, etc. We accomplish fantastic feats at the intersection of hard work and teamwork within our teams and clubs. Most importantly, we learned how to form meaningful relationships. One of the things I'll definitely miss about high school is the certainty of being able to see the same great people on a daily basis. But even though we must leave this chapter behind, I'd argue that no other point in our lives thus far could compare to the significance of this one. Just think about this for a moment. Right now, there are an infinite number of paths we can choose to take in this world. What are the implications here? There exists no limitations to what we are capable of. Absolutely none. View not the next years of your life as simply another phase, but as a blessing. Every day we are alive, we have the opportunity to embark on something amazing, whatever that may be. Every day we have the chance to do what we love, or at the very least, discover what it is we love the most. Whether that aspiration is caring for others, furthering our dreams, or giving back to the world however we can, our learned mindset to never stop growing and challenging ourselves will help us find our own personal meaning within this world. Be active in tearing down external or self-imposed boundaries, no matter how high they may seem. The road to self-actualization will not likely be easy, but it will never be impossible. In the words of Paulo Coelho, people are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. I would like to close this speech with a short poem I wrote to celebrate this momentous occasion. The End of the Beginning. When I look into the sea of graduates freshly minted, the years seem to have flown, not gradually, but sprinted. We studied, sweated, toiled, but never forgot to smile. Daily lives we were embroiled during pinnacles and trials. We stood together till the end, and I hope that we can say that when we meet again, we'll greet as friends on that new day. So, let me offer final congrats to the class that comes alive. We made it. We finally made it. Our class of 015. Thank you.
Arlington High School of our grace will ever be true to you. All of our days we'll always cheer the green and white
Good evening. My name is Lauren Beard, and I am the senior class secretary. Arlington High has been a home for many of us seniors, and a lot would argue that there is no better school in town. In my most recent months, I have come to the realization that Arlington High School has not only given me a place to learn, but also a place to succeed. And because of this, I owe everything to the administration and faculty. The administration at Arlington High School strives to keep the tradition alive throughout the halls of our school, as well as prepare us for the next chapter of our lives. This year, our assistant principals have been exemplary, demonstrating outstanding leadership throughout the 2014-2015 school year. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Jason Davis, Mr. Matthew Good, Mr. Jason Fitzgerald, Mrs. Ebony Nix, Mr. Brent Pfaff, Mr. Guy Rosales, and Mrs. Natalie Williams. We would also like to recognize our counselors who have pushed us and taught us to strive for excellence. Mrs. Lynn Darst, Mrs. Barbara Dorsey, Mrs. Beth Hancock, Mrs. Susie Hargrove, Mrs. Susan Hunt, Mrs. Megan Horn, Mrs. Claudine Kemp, Mrs. Susan Miller, Mrs. Amber Muller, and Mrs. Jennifer Novoselsky. These counselors have played a vital role in helping us achieve our goals this year. Thank you so much to both our assistant principals and our counselors for everything you have done for the class of 2015. This year, the seniors have been so fortunate to be led by an amazing man, Mr. Shavir Dalla. Mr. Dalla values every single student in his school. He attends all school events and shows overwhelming support for the activities at Arlington High School. He shows love by going above and beyond to make everyone feel important. Being extremely friendly, he will not hesitate to greet you in the hallway or make a funny joke. Mr. Dalla is just like a friend to us, updating his Twitter frequently to inform the students on Arlington High School's latest achievement. Thank you for all that you have done for Arlington High School in the class of 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Shavir Dalla.
Good evening. President Sullins, members of the school board, Dr. Cavazos, parents and guests. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2015. Thank you to the teachers, counselors, and staff of Arlington High School. I appreciate your dedication and commitment to our students. You're the best staff around, and I'm blessed to work with you each and every day. I want to thank the senior class sponsors, John Munoz and Marion Red, with special thanks to Mike Rourke for organizing tonight's graduation ceremony. Thank you for all that you have done for this senior class. Congratulations to the parents and families of all the members of the class of 2015. I know that you're very proud of your son or daughter's accomplishments. Thank you so much for sharing your children with us over the last 4 years. Now, parents, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to speak directly to the class of 2015 for a moment. Seniors, your class is very special to me. Before the beginning of this school year, the last time I saw many of you was your freshman year. I cannot begin to describe for you in how many ways I've seen you grow. Seemingly overnight, it's like that relative you haven't seen for years. When you finally do see them, you instantly realize the many changes that have occurred. I can see the maturity in each and every one of you. I'm so proud that you're my first graduating class. As a class, you've excelled in academics, fine arts, and athletics. At the beginning of the year, I told you, as goes the senior class, so goes the school. Seniors, it's been a great year at AHS because of your leadership. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Academically, you've been very successful. Your academic decathlon team went to state. We had 3 National Merit finalists, 1 Hispanic Scholar, and 1 National Achievement finalist. Your UIL teams advanced to regionals and state. Many of your organizations competed at the state and national level. You have challenged yourself by taking rigorous academic classes in advanced placement, international baccalaureate, AVID, and dual credit. As a class, you've earned over $5 million in scholarships. And at this time, I'd like for any senior who received any type of scholarship to stand and be recognized once again. In athletics, you competed at high levels and competed with pride in class. Your teams qualified for playoffs and advanced to regionals and state in many sports. Many of you participated in band, choir, and orchestra. You were part of a fine arts department that won sweepstakes in everything. In theater, you entertained us with outstanding productions. Many of you were involved in our musical Guys and Dolls. You are an incredibly talented class. You have devoted countless hours of community service through student council, PALS, AG, ROTC, HOSA, Key Club, National Honor Society, IB, and many other student organizations. Many of you have chosen to serve our country in the armed forces. I would like to recognize you too. If you will be entering the military or attending a military college, please stand at this time. I think we may have found a new tradition at Arlington High School. Students, you have worked hard, and there's no doubt that as you leave Arlington High School, you're ready for whatever lies ahead. Class of 2015, I'm proud to be your principal. Thank you for representing our great school with spirit, pride, and tradition. Seniors, I will miss you. Good luck, and may God bless each and every one of you. And now, will the class of 2015 please stand? President Sullins, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos, I proudly present these students who have successfully completed the academic and attendance requirements for the graduation as prescribed by the Texas Education Agency and the Arlington Independent School District. Congratulations to you, the graduates of Arlington High School, class of 2015. You may now change your tassels. Please be seated. At this time, will the first graduates present themselves to receive their diploma? I would like to remind the families and friends of the graduates that we're here to honor each student's achievement. Out of respect for this special and solemn ceremony, and keeping with the dignity of this honor tradition, we request that you demonstrate your appreciation for each graduate with appropriate applause, from the very first graduate to the very last graduate. Also, it is an Arlington High School tradition that as each student's name is called, family members are asked to stand and be recognized and honored with the graduate.
Habiba Abdurrahman, Arlington Scholar. Haley Adams, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Darian Lee Adcock. Olawafemi Adagunleya, Arlington Scholar. Maria Agayo, Arlington Scholar. Stephanie Aguilar, Arlington Scholar. Gamaliel Agunlun. Jana Nader Ahmed, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Magna Cum Laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Nasima Idris Ahmed, Arlington Scholar. Leo Adana. Megan R. Allen, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Cum Laude. Dominic Alvarado. Alejandra Alvarez, Arlington Scholar. Delilah Alvarez, Arlington Scholar. Unicorn Amarantana, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Montserrat Angel Flores, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Nicholas Yoskusi Oyoki, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Alex Donald Archer Ramos, Arlington Scholar. Alante Dayon Atkins, Arlington Scholar. Eduardo Avalos Castillo, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Maymoon Jodat Mawada, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Briano Azios. Alan Babanoyaba, Arlington Scholar. Brianna Nicole Baker, Arlington Scholar. Rebecca N. Barks, Arlington Scholar. Joelle Barnes, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Christopher Tracy Barrett, Arlington Scholar. Andrew Michael Bell, Arlington Scholar. Bondrick Lakeith Bell, Arlington Scholar. Michelle Lynn Ben Shalom. Andy Benavides. Kinzeric Deshaun Bennett, Arlington Scholar. Tyler Joseph Benson. Madison Page Bergen, Arlington Scholar. William Joseph Bernardi, Arlington Scholar. Samantha Ann Burney, Arlington Scholar. Jessica Marie Berry, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Camilo Andres Bartero Aguilar, Foreign Exchange student.
Antonio Baruman, Arlington Scholar. Nathaniel Willie Bibbs IV, Arlington Scholar. Brandon Rashad Biggs, Arlington Scholar. Sarah Elizabeth Benz, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Ryan Austin Bishop. Mitchell Reed Blackburn, Arlington Scholar. Hannah Marie Blasick, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Daniel R. Boone, Arlington Scholar. Alana Marie Brandt, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Alton Lee Braxton III, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, National Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Peyton Lee Brazy, Arlington Scholar. Aislinn June Brewer, Arlington Scholar. Audrey Bridges. Araceli Alondra Brito, Arlington Scholar. Lisa Nicole Brown. Hannah Louise Bryant, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Shelby N. Burdett. Malik Burnley, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Kayla Dawn Burns, Arlington Scholar. Chanel Bush, Arlington Scholar. Sterling Lynn Butcher, Arlington Scholar. Benjamin Paul Butler, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Christian Jewel Butterworth, Arlington Scholar. Joseph J. Cavillo, Arlington Scholar. Jesus E. Calzada. Axel Camacho. Dayan Clay Campbell, Arlington Scholar. Jaquana Roisha Cannon, Arlington Scholar. Dalton James Canterbury, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Gatlin Pierce Capra, Arlington Scholar. Marissa L. Cardenas, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Michael A. Cardenas, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Robert Blake Carrick, Arlington Scholar.
Maricela Carrillo, Arlington Scholar. Joel Benjamin Carrion, Arlington Scholar. Ingrid Carrizales, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Delaney Ray Carroll, Arlington Scholar. Jacqueline Nicole Carter, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Cameron Wayne Carter, Arlington Scholar. Joanna Cassis, Arlington Scholar. Jacqueline E. Casa, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Carrington Cashin, Arlington Scholar. Jocelyn Castillo. Juventino Castillo. Juanita Maribel Castillo Martinez. Isaac Cazares, Arlington Scholar. Marisol Solis, Arlington Scholar. Brenda Cervantes. Tywell DeMonte Chambers, Arlington Scholar. Pei-Ying Silka Chan, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Elizabeth Chavez. Jimmy S. Chen, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Gabriel Ziri Cerrillo. Thomas Randall Cleveland, Arlington Scholar. Laura Beth Clymer, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate. Bryant DeWayne Cogshell Jr. Hunter A. Collins, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. James Cole Collins, Arlington Scholar. Yvette Colmenero, Arlington Scholar. Alexander Branham Coney, Arlington Scholar. Brendan R. Kahn, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Xavier A. Conwell. Miguel Angel Carino. Javier A. Cortez Meza Jr., Arlington Scholar. Maria Elizabeth Castillo, Arlington Scholar. Carson G. Covert, Arlington Scholar. Alexandria D. Cox, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Riley Catherine Cox, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Molly A. Crawford Jr., Arlington Scholar. Diamond Paulette Crockett.
Chloe Cross, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Hallie Renee Crossno, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Shay Nicole Krause-Hagen, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Matthew Austin Crum, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Maria M. Cruz, Arlington Scholar. Raquel Cruz. Jamie Manuel Castillo. Thomas C. Kernut, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Tiara Nicole Curry. Jude Cyphers, Arlington Scholar. Caitlin Daniel, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Paloma Davalos, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Adam Davidson, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Glenn Dean Davis Jr., Arlington Scholar. Jalila Denise Davis, Arlington Scholar. Jamie Lynn Davis, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Ryan Albert Davis, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Zaria Deshay Davis, Arlington Scholar. Kevin Matthew Dawson, Arlington Scholar. Aaliyah Nicole Day, Arlington Scholar. Juan Felipe Daza, Arlington Scholar. Brian Howard Dean. Matthew Jacob Davenport, Arlington Scholar. Jordan Hallie Decker. Barbara K. DeClerc, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate. Mireya De Leon, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Richard Scott Del Principe, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Victor Mario Del Principe, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Isaiah D. Dickerson. Cameron Dickinson. James N. DeFalco III, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Lauren Dillard, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Christopher James Dixon, Arlington Scholar. Zachary David Dixon, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Drew Carl Donaldson II, Arlington Scholar. Bailey Dozier, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Clayton S. Drake, Arlington Scholar. Monique Talia Drake Davis, Arlington Scholar. Moniel Talisha Drake Davis, Arlington Scholar.
Daniel Duarte, Arlington Scholar. Landon Lee Duncan, Arlington Scholar. Zachary B. Dyke, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate. Ryan Patrick East. Garrison Michael Ellington, Arlington Scholar. Ashley Adele Elwert. Edward Valdespino Enriquez, Arlington Scholar. Gabriela Escamilla, Arlington Scholar. Juana Escobedo Bermudez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Alejandro Espejo, Arlington Scholar. Lydia Espinoza, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Kayla N. Estes, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Mary Carmen Estrada, Arlington Scholar. Yahaira Estrada Calderon, Arlington Scholar. Erica A. Evans, Arlington Scholar. Ratisha D. Evans, Arlington Scholar. Samuel James Evans, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Oscar Fabila. Daniel Travis Farrar, Jr., Arlington Scholar. Aisha Abzola Fasasi, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Taylor Ann Fraught, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Farrell Faulkner. Graham A. Field, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Jaylyn Deshawn Ferguson, Arlington Scholar. Damian A. Fernandez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate. Brian Ferniza. Tandria Terrell Firsley. Irving Joe Florentino Gutierrez, Arlington Scholar. Christian Omar Flores. David Vincent Flores, Arlington Scholar. Raul De Flores, Arlington Scholar. Curtis Deshawn Foley, Arlington Scholar. Lyric T. Foster, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Walter James Francis of Force, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Norma Franco, Arlington Scholar.
Malik Savon Franklin. Samuel Josiah Frederick, Arlington Scholar. Dylan Anthony Gaddy, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Cristobal Gallegos, Arlington Scholar. Valeria Karina Galvin. Victoria Noel Gambrell, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Alexis Gamez, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Carlos Gabriel Gamez, Arlington Scholar. Sunny Israel Guana. Alyssa Garcia, Arlington Scholar. Alyssa Garcia, Arlington Scholar. Amber Eve Garcia. Ismael Arturo Garcia, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Jesus Damien Garcia. Jose Ignacio Garcia. Luis D. Garcia, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate. Maria Elena Garcia, Arlington Scholar. Mirka Garcia. Alessandra M. Garcia Rusk, Arlington Scholar. Anna Ruth G., Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Molly Elizabeth Gilliland, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Hector Daniel Gomez Jr., Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Adrian Gonzalez, Arlington Scholar. Alberto Gonzalez, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Zabdi Lilybeth Gonzalez, Arlington Scholar. Angel Damian Gonzalez Cortez, Arlington Scholar. Madison Page Gover, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Berenice Veridinia Gracia, Arlington Scholar. Cassius Charles Grady, Arlington Scholar. Christian Charles Grady, Arlington Scholar. Caleb J. Grassi, Arlington Scholar. Kendall Don Grasti, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Catherine Kennedy Gravis, Arlington Scholar. Darius LeCalvin Gray, Arlington Scholar. Zachary James Greisinger.
Courtney Chantel Griffin, Arlington Scholar. Taylor Griffin, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Herman Gutierrez. Sarai Guzman, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Deshaun Blaine Haas, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Ashley Lejeune Hagigi, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Abraham M. Haifa, Arlington Scholar. Brandon Robert Hall, Arlington Scholar. Ian Alexander Haltom, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Jared Hamilton, Arlington Scholar. Graham Timothy Hammonds, Arlington Scholar. Connor Glenn Haney, Arlington Scholar. Elizabeth Joanne Harper, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Jaden Dakota Treme Harold, Arlington Scholar. James Dylan Hartnett. Chelsea Harvey, Arlington Scholar. Michaela L. Harvey, Arlington Scholar. Michaela Harvey, Arlington Scholar. Shukri Hassan, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Brenna Ann Hayden, Arlington Scholar. Blake Christopher Hayter. Emily Raquel Head, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Noah C. Heflin. Karina Hernandez, Arlington Scholar. Alyssa Danielle Hernandez, Arlington Scholar, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Eric Hernandez. Ivan Alonzo Hernandez. Janeth Hernandez. Manuel Hernandez. Maria Herrera Paez, Honor Graduate. Rosa Michelle Herrera Vargas, Arlington Scholar. Bailey L.J. Higginbotham, Arlington Scholar. Jared Edward Hill, Arlington Scholar. Jessica L. Hilton, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, National Merit Scholar, magna cum laude. Hannah M. Hogue, Arlington Scholar. Brittany Ann Holloway. Ajane Lynn Holmes, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate.
Megan Raquel Holt, Arlington Scholar. Kaylee Ann Hanalka, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Lisa Horton, Arlington Scholar. Joshua Andrew Hoskins, Arlington Scholar. Jalen Houston, Arlington Scholar. Abigail Huddleston, Arlington Scholar. Amy A. Hughes, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Michael Witron, Arlington Scholar. Fatima Abdikarim Hussein, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate. Basarat O. Ibrahim, Arlington Scholar. Francisca Igbaruma, Arlington Scholar. Jasmine Lila Nicole Ireland, Arlington Scholar. Avery Andrews Ivy, Arlington Scholar. Todar I. Ivanov, Arlington Scholar. Araceli Izagire, Arlington Scholar. Angela Latrice Jackson, Arlington Scholar. Sydney A. Jackson, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Jasper Jackson, Jr. Cara L. Jameson, Arlington Scholar. Sahar Javed, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Haley S. Jefferson, Arlington Scholar. Jacob Chance Jenkins, Arlington Scholar. Christian Jimenez, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Kari Blanche Johnson, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Clara? Sierra. Sierra L. Johnson, Arlington Scholar. Kathleen Nicole Johnson, Arlington Scholar. Mallory Ruth Johnson, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Meredith Fisher Johnston, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Jessica Alexis Jones, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Xavier Rashad Jones, Arlington Scholar. Zuri Elaine Jones, Arlington Scholar. Elizabeth Nicole Jurgensen, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, Honor Graduate, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Alejandro Juarez, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Francisco Javi Juarez, Arlington Scholar. Javier Juarez, Arlington Scholar. Jorge Juarez Jr., Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Nicholas Patrick Cannonberg, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude.
Mackenzie Caroline Kaufman, Arlington Scholar. Grant Aaron Kelly, Arlington Scholar. Claire E. Kennedy, Arlington Scholar. Jacob Jared Kenworthy, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Bradley Michael Key, Arlington Scholar. Muhammad M. Khan, Arlington Scholar. Christian Luke Kidd, Arlington Scholar. Caitlin E. Kimmery, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Andrew Scott Kinnear. Morgan McKenna Kinnear, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Mackenzie Hope Kino, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Benjamin Elijah Klophouse, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Marquise Savon Knox, Arlington Scholar. Nahimdra Sharonda LaCour, Arlington Scholar. Kimberly Broke LaFawn. Zachary Lanham, Arlington Scholar. Nayeli Wendelin Laura. Michael Lazara. Lacey Meredith Lawrence, Arlington Scholar. Victor Antonio Lascano, Arlington Scholar. Miguel A. Leal, Arlington Scholar. Giselle Ledesma, Arlington Scholar. Brandy Noel Lee. Justin Lee. Meredith Grace Lee, Arlington Scholar. Shelby M. Lee, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Yang Sui Lee, Arlington Scholar. Mary Jo Beth Lady, Arlington Scholar. Emily Delaney Lemons, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Austin Michael Lewis. Savannah Elise Lewis, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Thalea C. Lewis, Arlington Scholar. Mark A. Liberto. Mariah Kaylee Liggins, Arlington Scholar. Andrew T. Little. William Joe Neal Loftus, Arlington Scholar. James Jeffrey Logan, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Annalise Marie Lopez, Arlington Scholar.
Andres Lopez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate candidate. Martha Lopez, Arlington Scholar. Kinsey Lopez Chirinos, Arlington Scholar. Blair C. Lascorn, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Luis Mario Loya. Carlos Eduardo Lucatero, Arlington Scholar. Davina Lofoluevo, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Shelby L. Lyons. Samora K. Macias, Arlington Scholar. Hassan E. Mahmoud, Arlington Scholar. Chloe Maldonado. Victor Ramon Maldonado. Kimza Marawat, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Isabel Yabut Marquez, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Lauren Ashley Martin, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Cynthia Nayeli Martinez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Denise Martinez, Arlington Scholar. Eric Martinez, Arlington Scholar. Patricia M. Martinez, Arlington Scholar. Renee Martinez. Stephanie Farias Martinez, Arlington Scholar. Suemi Martinez, Arlington Scholar. Naomi Berenice Martinez Contreras. Hafet Oani Masesi. Lane Harrison Mathis, Arlington Scholar. Alexis Charday McAfee. Kaylee Jean McCarthy, Arlington Scholar. Montana Lane McConaughey, Arlington Scholar. Joshua Seth McKee. Mercedes Mariah McKee, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Marissa McGraw, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Marissa McKenna, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma.
Jordan Page McKinley, Arlington Scholar. Chandler Davis McManamy. Ashley Ryan McNeil, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Matthew Meadows. Anna Marie Medina, Arlington Scholar. Armando Medina, Arlington Scholar. Guadalupe del Carmen Medina, Arlington Scholar. Osvaldo Medina, Jr., Arlington Scholar. Gladys Noemi Mejia, Arlington Scholar. Melanie Malesio, Arlington Scholar. Stephanie Mello, Arlington Scholar. Elijah Mendez. Odalis Mendez, Arlington Scholar. Jose Mendez Jr., Arlington Scholar. Miguel Orlando Mendoza Castillo, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Charlie Nicole Muir, Arlington Scholar. Eder Alejandro Meza, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Angele Janarique Miller. Danny Lee Miller. Patrick C. Milligan, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Rebecca R. Milligan, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Omar Morales, Arlington Scholar. Shannon Lee Mitchell, Arlington Scholar. Michael Monsivai, Arlington Scholar. Jordan Robert Moon, Arlington Scholar. Kelsey Renee Moore, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Miranda June Moore, Arlington Scholar. Jared Allen Moorhead, Arlington Scholar. Karina Morales, Arlington Scholar. Miriam Yahira Moran, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Brandon Allen Morphus. Grant Russell Morse, Arlington Scholar, Honor Graduate. Kyla Mosby, Arlington Scholar. Kelly D. Mosley, Arlington Scholar. Aiden Moscada, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Thomas Blake Moye. Hoab Azael Munoz, Arlington Scholar. Ali Hussein Muravat.
Zara Nakvi, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Newton, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Jerda Mi Wynn, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Johnny Wynn, Arlington Scholar. Lam Tan Wynn, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Luke Kwong Wynn, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Lauren May Nix, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Joshua Norman IV, Arlington Scholar. Carter Noel, Arlington Scholar. Joseph Ian Nwangwa, Arlington Scholar. Maduabuchi Ike Okoye. Angelica Olgwin. Brooklyn John A. Oppenhammer, Arlington Scholar. Annette Orick, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Naomi Areli Ortiz, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Sandra Orzua. Tierra R. Osuna, Arlington Scholar. Raimundo Palomo Jr., Arlington Scholar. Christian J. Parent, Arlington Scholar. Quentin Douglas Paramore Jr., Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Jennifer Patino, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Sarah Jane Patterson. David William Patterson Jr. Amy Payne, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Alyssa Raquel Paz, Arlington Scholar. Alex Pendley. Annalise Marie Panay, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Laura Elena Perales, Arlington Scholar. Juana Celia Perez, Arlington Scholar. Quentin Frederick Perez, Arlington Scholar. Sylvia Janet Perez, Arlington Scholar.
Catherine A. Perkins, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Desmond Onkt Petkoff. Quintarius D. Peters, Arlington Scholar. Vanessa Pham, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Lynn Fan, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Benson Barry Phillips IV, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. James Pittman. James Nathaniel Poor, Arlington Scholar. Inglesia S. Porter, Arlington Scholar. Sarah Elizabeth Powers, Arlington Scholar. Gabrielle R. Quinallos. Amador Arquiros, Arlington Scholar. Laba Abdul Rahman, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Ashley L. Rainwater, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Christian Daniel Ramirez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Jamie Gustavos Ramirez, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Jeremiah Ramirez, Arlington Scholar. James Lalo Ramirez, Arlington Scholar. Lexus Ariana Renee Ramirez. Samantha Ramirez. Marissa L. Ramirez, Arlington Scholar. Marshall Colin Reed, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Jamie N. Renault, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Olivia C. Reynolds, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Tristan J. Richter, Arlington Scholar. Jason Garrett Ritchie, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Sabrina Alicia Rivera. Susie Rivera. Scholar Danae Robinson, Arlington Scholar. Alexis Brianna Robinson, Arlington Scholar. Rafael Robles, Arlington Scholar. Blanca Cecilia Rodriguez. Chastity Marie Rodriguez, Arlington Scholar.
Eder Rodriguez, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Juan Carlos Rodriguez Jr., Arlington Scholar. Leslie Rodriguez, Arlington Scholar. Sabrina Rodriguez, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Jimmy Carl Rogers III. Daniel Rojas, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Alexander B. Arofez, Arlington Scholar. Brian Adam Rombo, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. J-Ro M. Rosario, Arlington Scholar. Devon Demetrius Ross, Arlington Scholar. Brandon Ray Rowe, Arlington Scholar. William Casey Roy, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Luis Armando Rubio, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Eunice Ruri. Elsa Anne-Marie Ruggiero, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Jeffrey D. Ruth. Sarah A. Ryan, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Anna Lacheli Selena Sainz, Arlington Scholar. Alondra Salas, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Javier Antonio Salazar, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Kevin Salazar, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Cassandra Saldierna, Arlington Scholar. Tania Fernanda Salguedo, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Jennifer Sanchez, Arlington Scholar. Caitlin Marie Sanchez Roten, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Colette Taylor Sandoval, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Julian Santoyo, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Hannah A. Schmidt, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Christopher B. Scott, Arlington Scholar. Ira James Scott, Jr. Mickey Scott, Arlington Scholar. Justice Michelle Seawood.
Sergio Segovia. David Isidro Sepulveda, Arlington Scholar. Parker K. Sewell, Arlington Scholar. Isaiah Shack, Arlington Scholar. John Riley Shaddix. Mason S. Shaw, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. William Connor Shipe, Arlington Scholar. Jonathan A. Sicard, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Thomas James Sievers, Arlington Scholar. Hillary Lauren Silva, Arlington Scholar. Stephen C. Simmons, Arlington Scholar. Ashley Unique Simons. Sierra T.R. Sims. Gaganjeet Singh, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Amanda Faye Smith, Arlington Scholar. Aja Lee Smith. Emma C. Smith, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Esperanza M. Smith, Arlington Scholar. Grant Wayne Smith, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Jenna Lee Smith, Arlington Scholar. Leah Aubrey Smith, Arlington Scholar. Bayron Enrique Soler Ramirez, Arlington Scholar. Nathaniel Joseph Solis Cavarrubias, Arlington Scholar. Jesus Soriano Jr., Arlington Scholar. Dax Allen South, Arlington Scholar. William Carl Sprinkle, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Nikki A. Stamp, Arlington Scholar. Hannah J. Stevens, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Cameron Stevenson, Arlington Scholar. Ayana Nicole Stewart Potes, Arlington Scholar. Dean Andrew Stiegel, Arlington Scholar. Patrick Strange, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Alexis Chantel Taylor, Arlington Scholar. Kristen Ann Taylor.
Shar Kai Noir Thompson. Cole Tanner Thompson, Arlington Scholar. Carry-on Deshai Tillman, Arlington Scholar. Molly April Ann Holler Tamofty, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Leah Devon Tippins, Arlington Scholar. Marichelle Toledo, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Jeffer Toma, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Axel Torres, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Crystal Denise Torres, Arlington Scholar. Elizabeth Rebecca Torres, Arlington Scholar. Mariella Torres, Arlington Scholar. Stephen Torres. Ivana V. Torres Villarreal, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Allison Nicole Toth, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Melissa Tran, Arlington Scholar. Alondra Trejo. Anna R. Trevino, Arlington Scholar. Jordy Uriel Trinidad, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Anna Lucy Trujillo, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Catherine Turnbow, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Turner, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Donovan Eugene Turner. Trejan Devon Tyree, Arlington Scholar. Carolina Ulloa, Arlington Scholar. Kevin Valdez. Cesar Max Valencia, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Adriana Valenzuela, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Kelly Diana Venegas, Arlington Scholar. Benjamin Zev Vardaman. Amandi Elizabeth Vasquez, Arlington Scholar. Destiny Anna Marie Vasquez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Maria Antonio Vasquez, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Jamira Vela, Arlington Scholar. Nicholas Velasquez, Arlington Scholar. Mercedes Yareli Mede. Brenda Yanet Victorino, Arlington Scholar.
Jessica Bailey Veritel, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Breezy Villa, Arlington Scholar. Bertha Alicia Villalobos, Arlington Scholar. Jesus Antonio Villanueva, Arlington Scholar. Anthony Torres Villarreal. Heidi D. Villarreal, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Eleanor J. Waldruff, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, honor graduate. Ashanti Sandria Walker, Arlington Scholar. David Jacob Waller, Arlington Scholar. Cassidy M. Walsh, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude. Nicholas Jonathan Walters, Arlington Scholar. Anton Day Ware. Jared Patrick Warren, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Dylan Austin Waters, Arlington Scholar. Tyler James Watkins, Arlington Scholar. Joshua Edward Watson, Arlington Scholar. Andrea C. Wechter. Chelsea Nicole Weeks, Arlington Scholar. Dejan Marquise Wells, Arlington Scholar. Tatiana Wells, Arlington Scholar. Holly Westbrook, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Glenn Colby Wetzel. Lauren Marie Wheeler Nungesser, Arlington Scholar. Evan E. Wisenhunt, the first, Arlington Scholar, cum laude. Gerald All Wisenhunt, the third, Arlington Scholar. Derek White, the second, Arlington Scholar. Dylan W. Whiteacre, Arlington Scholar, honor graduate. Devaney Rochelle Wiley, Arlington Scholar. Arminta Yaqui Williams, Arlington Scholar. Denzel K. Williams. Gabrielle Nicole Williams, Arlington Scholar. Christian Renee Williams, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude.
Olivia Ann Williams, Arlington Scholar. Riley Jane Witherspoon, Distinguished Achievement Scholar. Julia Walk, Arlington Scholar. Megan Lene Woodard, Arlington Scholar. Sarah Danielle Woodard, Arlington Scholar. Logan A. Ronsky. Hector Alejandro Yanez, Arlington Scholar. Ethan C. Yarbrough, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Angelis Kimani Young, Arlington Scholar. Maya Astor Young, Arlington Scholar. Tasia Francesca Young. Shamark Abdirahman Yusuf, Arlington Scholar. Jason Zoe, Arlington Scholar, magna cum laude. Brianne Gabriela Zuniga, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude. Daniel Ray Harris.
Elizabeth Hope Thorne, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, Girls Activity Chairperson. Nicholas Daniel Perez Jr., Arlington Scholar, honor graduate, Boys Activity Chairperson. Lauren Elizabeth Beard, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, magna cum laude, Senior Class Secretary. Ashley Michelle Grizzle, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, cum laude, Senior Class Vice President. Bailey Marie Bates, Arlington Scholar, cum laude, Senior Class President. And now for the top 2% of the class of 2014. Number 14, Emma Jean Kurtz, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Number 13, Christopher Y. Lay, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 12, Sabrina K. Freer, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 11, Robert Nicholas Stigler, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Number 10, Ryan Seth Thomas, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 9, Catherine Renee Sandoval, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, National Hispanic Scholar, summa cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Itzel Cortez, number 8, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. Number 7, Michael Charles Jimerson, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 6, Rand Zhao, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, National Merit Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 5, Audrey Wallace Munson, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 4, Hannah Deborah Phillips, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. Number 3, Alexandra L. Malishkovich, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma Candidate. And your salutatorian, number 2, for the class of 2015, Benjamin Lee, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, summa cum laude. And number 1, the valedictorian for the class of 2015, Vivian Maito Lee, Distinguished Achievement Scholar, National Merit Scholar, summa cum laude.
keep your chin up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark.
And I have had the honor and privilege as serving as the Vice President for the class of 2015. Over the past 4 years, AHS has been a place where our class was encouraged to go beyond the ordinary, a place where mutual laughter sparked lasting friendships, and a place where our class has grown into a family. AHS students will forever be cherished as we move on into the future. What I like about graduation is that we're all somewhat equal. We are all dressed in the same, shapeless, one-size-fits-all ceremonial uniform. Whether tall or short, shy or outgoing, we all look the same. Likewise, as of now, we are all on an equal playing field, all about to walk on different paths in life, but today we have converged together to bid each other a final farewell. In the future, I urge you to find your passion and chase it relentlessly. Do whatever you do for no other reason than you love it and you believe in its importance. I challenge you to resist the easy comfort of complacency. Be bold in your everyday actions. Be present and open to the moment unfolding before you. Feel worthy of your advantages and talents so you may achieve the fulfilling life of your dreams. When I look at the class of 2015, I don't just see the faces of young adults. I see potential, I see hope, and I see love. I see future Nobel Peace Prize winners. I see a generation of innovative educators. I see doctors and scientists who are going to drastically change the medical field. I see future mothers and fathers who are going to raise their children with dignity and pride. I see a group of students ready to forge incredible change in the world. So don't wait for inspiration and passion to find you. Search for it, follow its trail, and be content wherever it may lead you. Each graduate here tonight is capable of making a substantial change in their world. And each supporter here tonight, whether parents or teachers, has invested their time and support into you these past 4 years because they see the potential you possess in order to thrive in our society. I hope we cherish the valuable lessons learned here in Colt Country and remember the words, "I am a Colt," as they will always describe a part of who we are. My congratulations to you, the class of 2015. Good luck. Go out and make extraordinary lives for yourselves.
Thank you.